And welcome to your Lake Area High School Basketball Coaches Show. This is brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, Hy-Vee, Lake of the Ozarks and Osage Beach, and the O'Sullivan Bruce Group from RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. And today we get to know about the Osage Indians. We are joined by head coach Craig Engelbrecht. And if you're not familiar with Coach Engelbrecht, it's because he's new. So we'll get to know him right after this. So with us here on the Lake Area High School Basketball Coaches Show this time, head coach of the Osage Indians, Craig Engelbrecht. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so you're a new face at Osage, but you've been around for a while. I mean, it's not like this is your first gig. A lot of water under the bridge. So tell us about yourself. Where do you come from?
Yeah. Actually, I originate from Eugene, Missouri.
Yeah.
I was born in Oklahoma when my dad was in the Army, but then only reason I was born in Oklahoma because he was in the Army. And so after he had served his time, then we went back to Eugene, and that's where it's been my hometown for most of my life. And then I was lucky enough to get a chance to coach at Eugene. And the last 33 years I've been at Eugene coaching basketball and baseball and junior high basketball and helping with track and whatever else needed to be done.
33 years at Eugene, and you know, you say that very humbly, but you are actually a Hall of Famer, right? I mean, they inducted you into the Hall of Fame in 2017, so you had a lot of success at Eugene.
Yeah, that was a very nice honor when they approached me about that, and when I got my 500th win, they talked about that's kind of the milestone to go into the Hall of Fame in Springfield, and it was a nice ceremony. And like I told them down there at the ceremony, you get 500 wins because you have a lot of good kids come through the system.
Right.
And we tried to build a program there, and really started at the young grades with a lot of parent help. Parents taking kids through third grade till I got them in junior high, and we really just had a nice thing going there with a system and a program being built there at Eugene.
Right, so 573 wins, I think, coming into this year.
Yeah, that is correct.
Now, do the kids know that you're like a Hall of Famer and you got nearly 600 wins? Any respect from the kids from that?
Well, I don't. They joke about it when I was at Eugene a little bit. If something wouldn't go right, they'd say, well, he's Hall of Fame coach. We need to, come on, we need to get this right. So it was kind of more of that kind of thing. We don't bring it up a whole lot because all you care about then is at that moment how the kids are playing and how they're doing. So
yeah, absolutely. So you kind of retired from Eugene, and then all of a sudden, here you are. You're back at it. Did you miss coaching, or what was in between there? Why did you decide to come back?
I think that's $1 million question. Everybody has asked that. Because when I retired at Eugene, I really did think I was done. I thought it was a good time to step away and to turn the program over to other people. And then COVID hit, and we were out of school there those last couple of months, and I was sitting around the house and really didn't have anything really to do. Because usually that time of year you're planning your summer league games, your camps you're going to go to take the kids to, and then it kind of hit me. The reality was I'm not going to have a team to work with. And when you've done that for 36 years, have a team that you're kind of preparing and getting ready for the next year, it just kind of hit me like, is this really final? Do I really want to just sit around and not coach? And so then the opportunity presented itself with Osage, and I jumped at it.
Absolutely. It's got to be tough, though. 33 years at one place.
Yes.
You have a system in place, and it's a successful system. All of a sudden, that goes away. Something brand new. You got to kind of come in and rebuild. Is it scary? Is it a challenge? Is it fun? What is that?
Well, the first two, probably scary and challenging. The first two words you use, probably. I hope it gets to be fun. Yeah. Right now it's challenging because, like you said, we're bringing a whole new system into Osage. We've got good kids who are willing to learn, but running and pressing and trapping and kind of playing that up-tempo style every moment of the game is hard. It takes time to build on that, And I think we've got willing kids, and I think they're going to work hard at it. And I hope that you'll see in the future that we will have that system implemented, and it will be successful.
Absolutely. So COVID, you mentioned COVID. How has that affected things? Because it's affected everything.
It has affected everything. And we've been more fortunate than a lot of schools. We haven't had to have extended shutdown periods or the whole school quarantined or anything like that. But even going back to I think most of your skill improvement happens in the summertime when you do your camps and your individual work with your kids, and a lot of that was kind of hit or miss. This year with the COVID situation, and had to be careful about how many kids you had in the gym at a time and stuff like that, and the close contact and all that. So all the schools are in the same boat, though. They missed out on that kind of what I call preseason camp kind of thing. So everybody's kind of starting off the same point now, trying to navigate through the COVID situation, and having kids quarantined and not at practice, and it's a tough situation.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for a new coach trying to put a new system in where you don't even know when you're going to get to practice.
That's right. That's right.
This is your Lake Area High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're getting to know about the Osage Indians with Coach Engelbrecht. Brought to you by COMC, Hy-Vee Lake of the Ozarks, and the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, Remax Lake of the Ozarks. We'll have more with Coach right after this. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission. Your time on the water is limited, and Hy-Vee and Osage Beach knows it. Let us do the shopping so you can maximize your lake time. With our Isles online app, you can have your groceries delivered or ready for contactless pickup when you arrive to the lake. With all your grilling favorites, snacks, fresh produce, and home to the lake's largest wine, spirits, and beer department, your weekend at the lake starts with Hy-Vee and Osage Beach, where you'll find a helpful smile in every aisle. Welcome back to the Lake Area High School Basketball Coaches Show. We are getting to know Coach Craig Engelbrecht with the Osage Indians, Hall of Famer at Eugene for 33 years, takes over the program at Osage, and I know they're really happy to have you over there, Coach. So first year, new program, trying to implement things, and usually that means it's got to start slow. The kids got to learn and grow, and that's kind of the way it started off for you.
Yeah, it has. We've started off season 1 and 3, trying to, and I've seen improvement though, that's the thing, and I told him even last night after the game that we did more things right for longer periods of time than we had in the previous games. Now it's just a matter of stringing that together for 32 minutes in a ball game, and I think we're heading in the right direction. But it's just a lot of, when you're playing a lot of kids, they have to all know different positions and things like that. So it's there's a learning curve involved.
Absolutely. First year anywhere,
yeah,
that's going to be the case. What kind of a team do you have? What are going to be your strengths and your weaknesses this year?
Well, right now, I really thought shooting would be a strength of ours. It hasn't materialized yet, but I do think that as we start to condition, start to learn each other, where each other likes the basketball, I think our shooting will improve, because I do think we have some good shooters on the perimeter. We are limited a little bit size-wise, but I think we have enough size that guys will compete inside. We really got hurt on the boards last night in our game, didn't rebound well. So, I think once we get that cleaned up, get a little better technique on blocking out and things like that, we can still overcome that even though we have a lack of size. But we've got some guys who can play inside and can bring a physical presence.
Well, did you have that same situation in Eugene with a lack of height a lot of years?
Yeah. This is nothing new for me and my programs. We haven't traditionally. I mean, the year we went to the Final Four in 1992, we were blessed with everything. We had guards, we had size, we had 6'6", we had 6'5" off the bench. Just a special team. So we had size, and it carried over and got us to the Final Four championship game. But yeah, most of the years we haven't had a lot of post players, and in the area usually there's not a lot of big post players. Yeah. But you look around this year, there's some pretty big kids that play well for a lot of schools.
Who are going to be your team leaders this year?
That's a good question. We've got some seniors that have come back. They haven't all had a lot of experience, however. our seniors are Jace Hills, and he's a post player, and he's played on the football team. So, he has a voice and more of a quiet leader, lead by example kind of thing. We've got Drew Ely, a senior, and Trey Myers, a senior, Paven Clark, a senior. He's been injured this year, has not got to play with us yet. But I think Paven, when he is cleared to play, will kind of give us that voice and be a leader. And Quentin Britton is a senior who hasn't played a lot of basketball, but this is their last year. This is their chance to shine. So I think they'll have a voice in trying to point us in the right direction.
What's it going to take to get this program on track where you want it? Again, you were at Eugene for 33 years.
Yeah.
You had that system in place. I'm guessing the plan is to try to kind of get that system in place at Osage.
Yeah, and I think we have a good building blocks. I've talked to some of the coaches that coach the youth teams, and our 6th grade group has a good group coming. The 7th grade group seems to be pretty competitive, and our 8th graders have 4 or 5 nice players. So if you can get 3 or 4 players out of each class, then you start building a program, and then I think that will trickle down to the younger kids. So I think we've got some parents that are really involved, really helping the kids to get better. They're taking them places to play, and that's kind of where it all begins. I mean, when they get to our age, the people see them with us on the varsity. They don't see all the work that went into the younger grades to get them to that point.
Absolutely. It is a system.
And it is a system. That is correct. It is a process.
So what would be your goals in year number 1?
Well, I guess in year number 1, we're just trying now to be competitive. And when I say competitive, I mean each player competing, not giving up on loose balls, not getting beat on rebounds, staying in front of their man. I know they're all cliches that, you hear other coaches say, but it really is just trying to play hard-nosed defense. And also, when you're on offense and things don't go well, to continue to work for each other, and not just start to try to go isolation and play by yourself, but, actually screen for each other, back cut, just the things that, just when the going gets tough, to just play fundamental sound basketball.
Absolutely. Conference going to be pretty tough. You got Blair Oaks and the Boons, it's pretty tough.
Well, and that's, when I was talking about big guys, you think of Blair Oaks, that they have a plethora of big guys.
Yeah.
Boonville has one of the best post players. This is early in the year, but I just saw him at the conference tournament. He was lights out, inside. Hallsville had some nice players with a little bit of size. So the conference is tough. It's really, really tough. But that's where we're striving to get to that area where the first name out is Blair Oaks. That's what we wanted to eventually say. Osage.
Absolutely.
Get that name out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got some fun questions for
Okay.
you here. You ready for these? Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I kind of go more towards the Christian, Christian song type of thing. Kind of like "What Child Is This?" probably is one of my favorite of those type of songs.
Yeah, that's greatness. Okay, how about Christmas movie? You have a favorite there that sticks out to you?
I think one of the channels always carries the Christmas Story or whatever.
Oh yeah, over and over and
over and
again.
over.
Yeah,
and that's kind of a tradition with our family. We go to Christmas Eve service, and then usually we come in and pop that in because, like you say, it's on a loop and it plays 24 hours straight. And if you're going to put your eye out with that BB gun kind of thing. So we watch that a lot.
I think I saw it for the first time last year and laughed. I mean, it was like that was my family.
Yeah, that's what I like.
How soon do you put up the Christmas lights? Are you pre-Thanksgiving or post-Thanksgiving on that?
Well, I am not a great decorator of my house and Christmas lights. The only thing that gets decorated, my daughter is very much into Christmas. So right after Black Friday shopping, she gets busy putting the tree up, putting all the decorations up. I help her carry the tree up.
Yeah.
Is about the extent of my decoration, and maybe hand boxes to her.
Is it a real tree or is it a fake tree?
No. This is we're still fake tree. Yeah, we're fake tree. We haven't had the nerve to try a real tree with all the
I don't know that
needles and
anybody
everything.
that does the real tree anymore.
Well,
I guess
few
there's
and far between.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it has been a pleasure getting to know you, Coach. Thank you so much. Look forward to getting to know you better and carrying your games through the season. So
thank you.
So
We do
much.
appreciate it.
So that is Coach Craig Engelbrecht. It is good to get to know him first year at Osage with the Indians, and we look forward to a lot of time spending with you. So that is your Lake Area High School Basketball Coaches Show, brought to you by COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, Hy-Vee, Lake of the Ozarks in Osage Beach, and the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, part of RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. And you can catch the Lake Area High School Basketball Coaches Show weekdays here on Lake TV at 9, 4, and 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us.